Yo, you see what's behind me right now? That's a new region, and I could go there right now. However, for the time being, I won't. I'm sure some of you don't want to be spoiled about the new area, so we'll look at that a little bit later in the video, and I'll have timestamps in case you don't want to see that part. But what I will look at right now is this girl. Well, and this one too, because I know nothing about them yet. So first things first, I just want to check out their animations. Starting out, we have normal attacks. I think my favorite thing about this is on the third normal attack, if you look at the ground underneath her, there's like a grass-like animation thing that appears. That's kind of cool. Then for our charged attack, there really isn't one. We just turn into this and we get to run around like this. It uses stamina, but I think it's a little faster than sprinting. She's currently only level 1, so she might die here. But I just want to know if this does damage. Not looking like it, no. Then we have her skill, which I have not read anything about yet. We'll press that, and then we have some deer jumping around us, it looks like. And does this follow me? It does. Okay, that's always nice. And it looks like we can have infinite uptime on it. It seems to be pretty decent at generating particles as well. But let's check out the burst. Ooh, it's pretty. And then we have a tree thing. It's doing something. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'll figure it out. We also have a really cool trail following us as we walk. Of course, we have to do the same thing for Aino. So normal attacks are looking like normal attacks, except she has this like... Ruin Guard, do you mind? She has this little robot backpack tail-ish thing that grabs the sword on the third normal attack. And the charged attack is the standard spin. Elemental skill. You can hold it. We'll just use it there. Oh, it does pull you towards it. Wait, how high can I go? Let's see. Not too high. It doesn't seem like anything crazy. All right, you want to fight me that badly? Here, let's use this on you. Oh boy, you are so dead, yeah. So I put them on a team with Nilou right now, and Baiju as well, because I wasn't sure if this girl was a healer or if Aino's a healer. I have to read through the kits to figure that out. And from reading a little bit, it seems like when you're in this form, you actually have extra jumps, or just one extra jump. Let's see, jump. So you have one extra jump in the air, and then that goes on to cooldown. So if you use the charge attack immediately after it, so, you know, we'll just jump. Okay, cool, we'll get out of it. Use charge attack now. It actually is an attack. You send a deer to do your bidding. Oh gosh, there's so much to read. Okay, so I've read through her elemental skill stuff. There is also a held version of it. So what I'm gonna do here is I'll just trigger some Hydro and then Dendro to get Lunar Bloom. I will then hold E, and now it's doing a lot of extra stuff. There's resistance shredding in there. There's extra damage. And as long as we keep doing more Lunar Bloom, then I can keep using the held version. I did over 20,000 damage, 23,000 damage from just setting up her skill. All right. I have read through everything. Doesn't necessarily mean I understand all of it, but I have a much better idea of what she does. And it sounds like we're going to want Elemental Mastery, which is exactly what she has equipped. But now I need to do the same for Aino. I forgot we didn't see her burst yet, but I love that it's called the Cool Your Jets Ducky. Ooh, 50 energy cost and a longer duration than a cooldown. Oh yeah, she's our first Hydro Claymore user in the entire game. I knew that, but I forgot to bring it up. Oh, and since we're here, let's test out this burst. So let's see. Oh, okay. I see what we're dealing with. Goes in the sky and then it just keeps firing Hydro down at them, which is nice. Lots of Hydro application. Okay, so what I want to see is if I put this up right here and then kind of run. Is it better? Yeah, it seems like it's more of a single target focus. They can hit multiple enemies if they're standing close enough. It looks like maybe, but a 50 energy cost is so low. I don't think there's much reason for me to keep all these characters at level 1 right now. So Aino is max ascended, and I'll just bring her up to level 90. Her weapon is already maxed, and I'll put the talents at level 6, 8, and 8, because that's a very standard way of leveling up talents for a character. Then I'll do the same for Lauma, which reminds me earlier, when I hit that 20-something thousand damage with her skill, that was at level 1 with a level 1 talent. We might be in for quite a lot of damage here. And she did ascend into Elemental Mastery. Let's see how this goes. I'm not going to worry too much about a rotation necessarily, but I'll just set up everything that we have, and then we'll use the held skill as well as the burst. I should probably put Nilou's skill up at some point. That'd be a good idea. Also, not entirely sure if this boss has a lot of Dendro resistance or not. I should probably look that up. I mean, he is green, so it makes sense. Okay, I looked it up. The dude has a 70% resistance to Dendro. Probably one of the worst bosses I could have chosen. I was gonna say, it didn't seem like we were doing that much damage, but that makes a lot more sense. And like I mentioned, I don't know that this is necessarily the best team. I just kind of slapped some characters together. And why am I here? You want Pyro for this? How dumb can I be? This isn't open. Okay. That's unfortunate. I just want a tanky boss that doesn't have insane resistances. Oh, just a 60,000 from that skill. It definitely does good damage here. And I will be trying it out in the Spiral Abyss. In fact, that's probably just the best place to test it. But let's go with this. We'll start setting up our bursts. Yeah, this thing's HP we could see moving a lot more than before. Now we'll have our Hydro application as well. In theory, this doesn't seem like a bad team to run. It could also just be that I don't know how to properly use this team. So let me do some thinking. Okay, so this is actually pretty funny. I did some thinking and spent some time looking online to see if anyone had done some theory crafting for llama teams yet. And the funny part is the exact team I'm using is what kept coming up, which on the one hand means, you know, maybe I'm smarter than I thought, but also means I probably have a skill issue because I don't think I'm using this team to its full capabilities. However, another team that we could try is a Hyper Bloom. The reason for using a Nephi here over someone like Raiden or Kuki is that it gives us 2 characters from Nod-Krai and thus more of the moon buffs. This is cheating a little bit because it's a boss that is already Hydro, so I don't have to worry about my Hydro application at all. But surprise, surprise, it seems pretty effective here. However, I would like to test this out against multiple enemies. So I'm gonna hop into the Spiral Abyss. And I don't know if this is smart, but first half has an electro damage bonus, so I'm just bringing Raiden National. I could have tried some electro charge shenanigans, but we'll just rock it with an all C0 Raiden National team. So probably won't show too much of the first half because that's not what we're here for. Let's get started. Only 5 enemies here. We'll get some blooms going beforehand, then use this skill. And it seems like those things just melted. We'll use the skill again. We'll put up Nilu's skill, put up Aino's burst into skill, and yeah, we kind of just melted through them. Then we can move on to this second chamber. Raiden National did perfectly fine on the first half. Oh, I mean, that does do good damage when you pull up that skill. What I do know is we're starting to do some pretty good damage here. And this is a... What the heck are you? I know there's a giant shield, which probably will end up being annoying, but it looks so cool. I actually love this thing. And can I just say, since Lauma and Nilu work very nicely together, you know, on my main account, I do kind of have a C6 Nilu. And so I feel the need to test them out together. It needs to happen. Only 3 enemies on this side, so this guy is definitely kind of tanky. And oh, then just another robot. Now it is just floor 11. Floor 12 is usually where the really hard stuff kicks in, but Raiden National at C0 did perfectly fine. Then 7 robots on this side. I kind of just keep spamming bursts and skills, and I don't really have to think any more than that. It just works. I'll say it feels a lot better against multiple enemies as opposed to a singular enemy. That is for certain. Yeah, that worked really nice. Okay, so floor 11, easy. Judging by the leyline disorder, we can definitely see that they encourage you to use electro charged. I could bring Nuvolette, but I'm just gonna bring Kokomi for fun. I did not look at what the enemies are in here. Let's just see if this works. Hey, you have me bring electro charge to a side with 1 singular enemy? Wow. Wait, I was gonna say that sucks, but she just dropped. Oh, it's because it's Pickle Man. Pickle Man's back again. That worked so much better. Well, I mean, I figured it would work well. It's just always fun to use Kokomi sometimes. Here we don't really need to put up Hydro stuff, but I'm doing it anyways. And then we'll set up Dendro. And wow, that really took a lot of your health away. Jeez. Oh, hey, look who's back. Now, if this whole side is infused with Hydro, I didn't need to bring any Hydro characters. Could have just gone straight Dendro, but I'll set up the burst anyways because we get some extra buffs out of it. Extra elemental mastery. And obviously we need to set up Nilu's skill so we can get Super Bloom. And we finish with 27 seconds to spare. I'm genuinely curious how fast I could do it if all these characters were C6, but I don't need to test that. Back to electro charging, or as I should say now, lunar charging, with Kokomi as the main driver. Who are you? I can't even see. There's so much going on. Radiant Moonflight. Oh, I think you're a new boss. I have no idea what you look like yet. I am gonna go to Nod-Krai and test out all the new bosses, but again, I'm just waiting until a little bit later to do that. So I know none of the mechanics at play here, but since they put it on this side, I'm assuming you want to do electro charge stuff to it, or at least electro. Oh, wolves have made a return. I guess it is a good thing I brought Baishu in here. Then we have more mechs, but we treat all of these enemies equally. They all get put into the bloom mixer. Oh, a 94k on that. That's huge for just setting up my skill. Here, I'll do it again. Boom. Was that over 140,000? Hold up, I need to review that footage. Yup. Llama setting up her skill there did 146,000. Oh, that's fun. Who are you? There's so many new enemies in here. Eventually, I will learn. Oh, yeah, you are definitely new. And you have a shield, which I'm not sure what I'm meant to do, but there's a lot of enemies. I'm assuming I want to take out all these little guys first, which lunar charge will be good for. Oh, yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Is it a giant robot chicken? Oh, wait, it's chamber 3. I should just be spamming my bursts. I kind of misplayed, but we'll see if I could still beat this. Always want to get our blooms going first, then use the skill, then use the burst. Wait, I think you can use the burst or skill in any order, at least based on what I read in her kit. Though if you're here for technical play, don't go by anything that I say. I'm just here to have some fun and test out these characters. Ooh, the Magu Kenki squad is back. I can't say I missed this trio, but obviously Bloom allows you to hit them all pretty easily. One of them has been dodging almost all my attacks though. So we'll see if we could do this with 20 seconds left. Like I said, I did kind of butcher the first half. 7 seconds. I don't think it's happening because where did you go? Yeah, okay. I'm going to retry this floor, especially now that I think I know better of how to deal with the boss here. Though honestly, our time wasn't much better. I think I actually might have done worse on the first half. It's okay. As long as I can try to group everyone together, which you really can't do with the Magu Kenkis, maybe I could just get some better RNG with where they move. So here we go again. Not a whole bunch of time to deal with them, and one of them already ran away. That Galloping Frost one is so good at dodging these attacks. Every time, he's the last one standing. I could just say good enough, but I'm too stubborn for that. Third time is the charm. And Frost already ran to the wall. Please refrain from doing that. Where are you? Oh, this time Lone Gale decided to be the annoying one. I can't keep them together. Okay, I got a much better time in the first half. So now let's try to carry that over to this side. Everybody stay grouped up, please. They're not listening to me. Okay, 2 of them just got destroyed. Now I can finally enact my revenge on this guy. Get deleted. I missed my crit, but it doesn't matter. Super simple 36 stars. Something I'm kind of curious about is that I know some people don't have a ton of 5 stars, so if they just wanted to use a standard team like this, is it good or is it not that good? We are going to officially get the answer. Also, I'm so glad they finally added this where I could just select a preset team already. Again, I just want to point out all these characters are C0 and 4 stars tend to struggle a little bit more like that, at least in content like the Spiral Abyss. But how does this work with only Aino as a Hydro character? Because her personal damage isn't going to be anything crazy, but she does essentially have infinite uptime of her burst, and I can just keep doing this over and over. I'm curious to see if this is any better than running a Xingqiu on an Electro Charge team. So I finished the first side with 8 minutes and 59 seconds remaining. I'm gonna run it again. That 50 energy cost for her burst is so nice. And I think that's because it's more for the Hydro application rather than the damage, but even so. All right, this time it went a lot smoother. I finished it with 9 minutes and 3 to 4 seconds. This time, I'm gonna replace her with Xingqiu and see how it goes. On my first try, the first half finished with 9 minutes and 16 seconds left. So I think Xingqiu's personal damage definitely did make a difference. However, if I do use Aino, even though it's a little bit slower, it allows me to put Xingqiu on a second team. No, this definitely isn't me just testing things for my 4-star only account. I don't know what you're talking about. Just out of curiosity, I tried the same first team with Aino and Lanyan, and as we saw there, I had about 9 minutes and 1 second remaining, and I did have some bad RNG. So it seems like between Aoife and Lanyan, it actually is pretty close. Come on, Aino. Huge 9 minutes and 10, 11 seconds even. It does seem to work pretty well, but the fact that Aino can allow us to use Xingqiu on a different team is kind of huge. So I'm not going to go further than that, but that was a pretty easy 3-star. I do want to go test out the new bosses though. Okay, addendum to the Spiral Abyss testing. Lauma's weapon was level 1 the entire time. So I just want to put it out there that I 36-starred the Spiral Abyss with her accidentally on a level 1 weapon. Obviously, that means that we still get the passives that the weapon offers, but we were missing out on over 200 elemental mastery. Completely intentional, of course. Warning, I am heading towards Nod-Krai. What the heck is Yanfei doing here? I don't know where they're gonna put the first waypoint. I assume it might be like one of these. Oh, no, maybe the dock. I'm assuming this is probably where you first enter the region. What is this? What are you? Wait, I get T. What is T? Oh, I killed it. I'm not gonna go around doing all the puzzles or seeing everything there is to see. I'm kind of just gonna walk around, get a general idea of what the place has to offer, and then I want to go check out the bosses. Oh, moon. I was curious how the oculi were going to work here because it's not really like one of the main regions. So I do want to just grab this, see what it is. It's a lunoculus. You know, I kind of failed to think that, yeah, they don't have to be the elements we already have. For some reason, I thought that we just might not have any sort of oculi, but I guess that makes sense. Honestly, that place is where I want to go most. Ooh. Oh, big turrety things. Hello, friends. May I enter? Are you gonna attack me? Or are we cool? No, you're attacking. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, more enemies. Yes. Yes. I do even more damage now that my weapon is actually leveled up. I cannot believe I did the entire abyss with an unleveled weapon. All right, this place looks a lot bigger in person than it did on the map. Like, you look at it on the map, oh, it's not that big. It kind of reminds me of the prison in Fontaine. But looking up at it, it is kind of massive. Lucky for me, I could just go straight inside. And I'm basically just trying to see if there's a window anywhere that I can look out to see the view. Oh, I found not a window, but an outdoor access. All right, I guess we're climbing it. Okay, this either looks like a future boss arena or potentially during a story quest we fight something here. I mean, surely we're gonna fight something here. How could we not? It's perfectly set up for it. Oh, I forgot we get a different background. I like this. I've made it all the way to the top. It is quite purple. And this may just be a me thing, but I'm kind of happy to see that, at least from what I'm able to view right now, there's really not much of any underground stuff. There's a little bit here and there, but at least for now, there's no massive underground area that I see, which means exploration should be pretty straightforward. And as someone who plans on 100%ing this area as soon as possible, that is awesome. Though, like I said, I do want to test out these bosses. So, Radiant Moonfly. Oh, you are smaller than I thought you were going to be. You seem to be throwing out a lot of Dendro attacks, which makes me wonder if you're gonna be quite resistant to Dendro. I'm kind of just trying to scout out what kind of attacks it has. Oh, it grows wings eventually, and then it starts attacking with wings. Also, I have a debuff right now, and I'm not sure what that is, but I'm gonna start attacking. It's hard for me to know because all of these, for the most part, are already discovered. And since I don't know what it's called, I don't know how to look up to see what it is. So at least for right now, I'm not really gonna know what that effect does. I'm fairly confident that this thing is very resistant to Dendro. Even so, I was able to take it down. I am curious of the more specific mechanics, but something I'm even more curious about is a giant robot chicken. Oh, wait, I can talk to it? Huh. And that starts the boss fight. As we saw, Electrocharged seemed pretty good against this, although Bloom is pretty decent for AoE as well. So we'll see how it goes when it spawns in all of its minions. All right, it looks like it's doing it now. We'll use this. We'll spam it because that's what we have to do. And then, Bo, I didn't have your skill. There's your skill. Huge damage. And I think taking those out also deals damage directly to the boss. So yeah, as long as you could deal with AoE stuff, it's not bad. Is there any chance that on this entire island there's a coffee shop somewhere? Because if they have stuff that looks like this in a coffee shop, it pretty much just has to be my channel logo. And it'd be really funny to see something that looks so close to that in game. Okay, I did not find a coffee shop, but I just broke into someone's bedroom and there's a chest in here. I don't need to claim it on this account, but that is good to know. Oh, this is huge. Look at this. Look at this. I teleport to this waypoint. Catherine is like 2 steps away from me. Crafting table is just over here, so it's really not that far either. And blacksmith is right. This might be my new place to go. I may just always teleport here from now on. Ooh, this place is really pretty. I just like the colors that they used here. Oh, during the daytime, it's very blue. But if we swap it over to night, that's when we start to get the really pretty gradients of pinks into purples into blues. Most of the time in this game, I prefer to have it at daytime. But here, I actually think I prefer it at night. I have to say, I am happy right now because I saw this. It looked like a drum. And I thought, oh, that'd be cool if I could actually hit it and it sounded like a drum. And look. I can hit it. It's a drum. Perfect. I think I've seen everything that I wanted to see before this officially releases. So with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy, and as always, I shall see you all next time.